Sorry. Welcome, friends. I sent an email today and it just went through because I was having system problems at school. Welcome, friends. This is Gravie. Saying hello, 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 and complaining about the world, talking about life, and just being a old curmudgeon because that's what I am. First day of school is over. 19 more to go. And I got teacher. His name is Dr. Long. He says, I'm short, but my name is Long. He's an old guy. I didn't realize it until lab class because I have him for a biology class and biology lab. And it was funny. My schedule was backwards. So I was looking at the lab and going to that at 10. I was in the wrong classroom. These two teachers come over and they go, where are you trying to go? And I go, well, it says 222 for biology. And they go, really? It should be 207. And I pull out my sheet and I look at it and I show them and they're looking at it. And I go, oh my goodness, I'm looking at this backwards. I'm supposed to be looking at the second line and I'm looking at the first line. And they go, oh, no problem. So I ran off. And then I found out in the lab class that my teacher is actually deaf. I didn't realize it until he was talking to someone. He goes, oh, my battery's dead. And I look over because he's right next to me. And I look over and he's got hearing aids in his ears. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a little tough. But we can handle it. He's a cool teacher, loves to talk, loves to tell stories. He's an old guy, and he's got a million stories for everything. So as long as he stays focused on teaching the test material, it'll be a cool class. But he spent like an hour doing safety, and a lot of it was just him telling stories about how he almost burnt his legs off with sulfuric acid, how his wife almost burnt her eyes out with some other chemical, and just story upon story. So, and then we did the lab, which was, of course, the same one that we did last time. We do it this time. You drop a ruler, you catch it, and you just take the measurements, and then we had to write it on the board and talk about the studies. Now, last lab, we had to then take the information and go on the computer and run it into the computer. And I got so confused that I'm like, I'm going to fail this class. This time he goes, we're not doing that. All we're going to do is we're going to talk about the data. So that was cool that I did it. We did it. One thing I did was when we got into the classroom, I actually got in with this girl who was white. And I'm like, do I want to? No. I saw that there was this black boy sitting in the first seat because we have 3 rows, 3 columns or whatever. And he was in the middle and he was by himself. So I sat right next to him. I'm like, you're my lab partner. I don't care. You're my lab partner. So unfortunately, she was by herself. So she had to go behind. Thankfully, there was 10 people in our class so that everyone was paired off. But now I'm in the mindset of when you're in science class, you have to think about your partner. And I just picked him because I didn't think it would be that bad. Plus, you don't want to be the stupid lab partner. You never want to be the stupid lab partner. But, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. What about this song? Let's see if you guys know this one. Every time I think of you, I get a shot right through a bolt of blue. It's no problem of mine, but it's a problem I find living life I can't leave behind. There's no sense in telling me the wisdom of a fool won't set you free, but that's the way that it goes. It's what nobody knows, and every day my confusion grows. Every time I see you falling, I get down on my knees and pray. I'm waiting for the final moment to say the words that I can't say. Oldie, right? It's actually a remake, and the remake is an oldie. So it's an oldie of an oldie. What you got there? I was going to call this Gravie's Variety Show, but I just called it the vlog. What else? I've been talking to myself all day today. It's just insane. My teacher, he said that all summer long, well, they call it summer because summer is like next month. But he said he's been talking to no one and he's been going crazy. So today's his first day of class and he's just been talk. He talked so much in lecture, he had an asthma attack. And he was like so calm about it. He's like, he said, so how would you, we were talking about ants and how there's these desert ants that will go and they'll like go all around the desert looking for food, and they find the food, they get the food, and they go straight back to their nest. Well, they actually go straight back, they go straight and then they kind of wiggle to their nest. He's like, well, how do they know? We know that they don't use a scent because I guess in the desert you can't use a scent, but more importantly, they don't trace their path back. They go straight to it. So it's this experiment on how do they figure it out, and the theory is they use the sun, they use a biological clock, and they use uh, how many steps they take. And so he asks, so how would you do an experiment on what if this is true or not? And then he does his pause. And I hear the kid behind me, who I think is my lab partner now. And he's like wanting to give the answer, but the teacher's not saying anything. I didn't know the teacher was deaf, but I hear the guy behind me. And finally the teacher goes, all right, I gotta let you know I have asthma, and in the summertime it gets a lot worse, and I'm having an asthma attack right now. And I look up because I'm just writing notes down. And then I look up. He's got his inhaler in his hand, and then I didn't look because I don't like looking when people do. I think that should be a private thing. I shouldn't be like staring at you like, oh, I want to see you use your inhaler. I'm like, no, you use it. Just go, just cool. I won't bother you. But yeah, he was talking so much, and so that was biology. Before school, I went to see Dr. Munn, who's my customer for my project. He wasn't there. Between classes, because I have an hour between classes, I went over, and he's got this office. Well, he's got this waiting area, and then his office, and then there's two other offices. And the main room was open, but his office was turned off. And they're also painting there, so it stinks like paint. And I'm just waiting. And so I leave. And I start texting my friend during this, but we'll go back to that. And then after school, I'm looking for the fall schedule because usually they're just plastered all over the place. I mean, you just trip over them. Can't find a single one. So I finally, after school, I go to, it's the building called Stokes. I guess it's named after someone named Stokes. I don't know. But I go there and I'm on the phone waiting for DMV because I'm trying to figure out if I'm enrolled in ADSAP on their system yet. So I'm waiting. And this woman goes, hey, can I help you find something? Are you looking for something? And I go, yeah, where's the full schedules? Usually they're like all over the place and I can't find a single one. She goes, I don't know if we printed them this semester. So she printed me one. I didn't even ask her. I did not ask her at all because I would never do that. She goes, I think it's just online. And then she went and she found someone and they talked it over and she just printed me out a whole copy. And that was very nice. I looked at the classes. I mean, I'm thinking about taking other courses besides statistics and probability, like maybe mass communication. There's like an education, like a foundation of education, like for teachers. Also, I would like to take Spanish. Those are 3 courses that I'm thinking about taking. They have gender studies, which I laughed about. Please, no one's here for me. They're all here for him. By the way, I left the glue out. Oh, I still have my shot. Doesn't this look like whiskey or something? Like a diluted whiskey. Oh. Man, tell you this. The tongue is fine. It does not hurt the tongue at all. But as soon as it hits the back of my throat, that vinegar just boom. And then it goes to your stomach and it just boom. But I just sip it. Again, I was joking. It's not whiskey. It is just apple cider vinegar. I'm taking one a day to clean up my system. And I realized I have gotten so fat. My belly is so big. I got to do something. No more 3 meals. We're done with 3 meals. 2 meals a day. I don't care. Now I got a shitload of food though. Wow. Roseanne's insane. I'm telling you, Roseanne is so old. She doesn't care anymore. I think she did this shit on purpose. I think she did this because she just wants to be left alone. She's like, screw you guys. I did this before. I did it again. I don't need to do it. We're done. She should just go, and doesn't she have like macadamia nut trees or something? Just go and just chill with your macadamia nuts. Just relax. You're old. Relax. Just have a good time. Okay. So I got this. So you're not the only one who looks crazy at me. He does too. The Bachelorette. Sorry, I'm watching TV. So I get this, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can finally look at the classes, and I look, and as I said, it's a lot of garbage. I'm thinking about. I'm wondering, should I stay part time or should I go full time? But then I start walking to my car, and like, no, stop. I gotta go and check out if my customer's there. So I go. He's there, and they're like vacuuming. I guess they're like done for the day. I'm like, it's the first day. Can you vacuum later? But no, I didn't say anything. So I go and I see that his foyer's lights on and his door's open, but I can't see him. So I knock and I go in the foyer and I look and there he is. I go, hey, what's up? But hey, and I talk and I apologize about screwing up. But I didn't say anything about my partner, about what he did. And I just said, hey, do you still want to work on this? I said, I'm still here for another year. I would love to keep on working on this with you. And he's like, well, is this going to have any bearing on your classes? And I think he was asking, am I getting credit for this? Am I getting school credit for this? And I said, well, I mean, this has no bearing for any classes. Those classes are done. But just so you know, if you don't want me to work on this for you, I'm still going to work on this because it would look great on my portfolio just to show this and say, hey, this is what I've done. I mean, I didn't say this, but I would take off their logos, make up a logo, and just keep on going. And he goes, well, I mean, if you're going to work on it, then I would love to work on it with you. And I said, listen, to me, I've done huge jumps in the project recently. It might not look that way, but it's huge to me. And afterwards, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, we're not 50% done. We're about 30% done. And if I push this weekend, I could get 40 to 45% done. This is what I'm thinking to myself. Because if I can get the ARD form done and the FSD form done on loading and saving, then we're golden. Those are done. So that's 45. The printing is the hard part because to me, it's like a really, really simple process to print the page because only thing it's going to do is, you fill out the form and then it's going and you click print and it's not going to print. It's just going to go to a new page and it's going to be a page that you cannot edit. It's just going to be a listing of and formatting of what the form is going to look like. If we can do those three things, load, save, print, which it does all of that now, but it does it poorly. If we can get that done, that I would say we're 50% done with the project. I would be happy to say we're 50% done because then I need to worry about status, and status is a confusing thing. Certain faculty are certain statuses. There's like scholastic, and practicing, and things like that. It's confusing because, if you have a master's or if you have a doctor, you can be in different things, and you also have to have different contributions that will give you different things. And then there's the wild card where the administration can just make you whatever they want to make you. So it's a jungle. And then the reports need a whole stories and stuff to get working. What else? And then the review contributions. I need to finalize that. As I said, it's loading them. And I'm so happy. but it's got to be able to load them, save them, and I think that's about it. It just needs to load and save them. So that should be easy. But I don't want to say we're 90% done because that's what my friend told me. He was working on it for like a week and he gets done and he says it's 90% done. And I said I only have to look at what you've done. It's not 90% done. And so let me tell you this story real quick. So this was when my friend, because I don't have friends. Okay, I call him my friend, because we're not friends. It's a sarcastic thing. So he was working on the project and he said that he was 90% done. And I'm like, you're not 90% done. He goes, no, really, I'm 90%. We are 90% done. We are done. 90%. I said, no. I said, I don't even need to see the project. You're not 90% done. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, you could say that I'm being arrogant, that, oh, I need to be there to, I said, but you're not. He goes, oh, I am. I said, all right, you are. All right, this next meeting with Dr. Munn, you're in charge of it. You're going to do everything. I'm just going to sit back and relax. And he goes in and shows everything. And Dr. Munn just like, well, where's this? And he gets done. He goes, I'm fucking done with this project. I hate it so much. I'm like, dude, why would you do that? Why would you go against me? Just because I can see this project, I know where it's going. Like tonight, I'm not going to program tonight. All I'm going to do is go into my Trello account and just, because I have all these things in my head and they're getting all crunched up and I need to put them out so I can say, we're going to work on it. It's on the list. Right now, I got these things and I'm like, we got to work on it. We got to work on it. Throw it there. Then we can work on it later. I did tell him that it took me a week in order to do that workaround. But thank you guys. Because of you, that workaround is working. I just need to turn it into a function. And then Juliana Margulies has a new TV show. Has no one learned? No one can work with her. She is so angry. She was on ER. She quits because she's an angry woman. She was on Good Wife. And what's her name? I forget her name. I want to call her Archie. What was her name? But I mean, that girl was so cute. She was so cute and so funny and so awesome. And Juliana just wanted her off the show. I'm like, why? Why would you want her off the show? Yeah, Archie Punjabi. Archie Punjabi. She's like so adorably cute, but she was like so mean on that show. It was so cool. But apparently she didn't get along with Juliana Margulies, and because apparently Juliana Margulies has issues. Why are they giving her a new show? Why? I'm not going to watch it. I can't. It's just, there's too much drama off screen. So when you watch the drama on screen, it's like a letdown. Kind of like Star Wars. Star Wars has so much drama behind the scenes that when you see Han Solo, you're like, where's the drama? Where is what the writers? I mean, because the writers of Solo said, fuck you, fans. We don't want you. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy's like, screw you guys. You're just sucky fans, so go away. Ryan Johnson, who has a tiny head, who has a tiny face and a big head. Hey guys, you guys suck. It's like, what are you doing? You don't piss off your fans. Yeah, you don't piss off your fans unless there's a reason. There's got to be a good reason, and it's not because you want to have a character that has sex with a robot. I mean, didn't Woody Allen do that on one of his movies? They have a big bowl that the guy had sex with. No, I never watched his movies. I just watch clips of them. Seriously, Scott Sonner. Checking my mail. Test. Oh, Food Lion's there. What? Why are you leaving? Is there something I said? Whatever. Okay. So during the day, before I talked to Dr. Munn, Dr. Munn said that he wants to work with me, and he's like great with it. He's like, hey, we're going forward with this. I said, good. So I emailed him. I said, when do you want to meet? I said, here's my schedule. One thing about my partner, when he worked with me, he wanted to designate when the meetings were. They had to be at this exact time. And I'm like, this is our customer. You don't do that. You give the customer all the options you can, because there will be a time when you cannot give him an option. And he needs to realize, if I can give you an option, you will be giving options. If I cannot give you an option, you have to believe me. So for him to take away the option of when the meeting is stupid, because you're gonna have to have fights. Any relationship is gonna have fights. You have to choose your fights. A meeting is not a time. The time of a meeting is not the time to have a fight. Trust me, there's plenty of other times we're gonna be fighting. Me and Dr. Munn are gonna be fighting on so many things where he wants it one way, and I say we can't. We have to do it this way. And so you pick your fights. You don't just fight. He would not be good with customers. I don't know. I can't believe he's got a degree. He's got a job, and he's terrible with customers. But so I was texting him today. I didn't say this already. I was texting him today because I've been talking to myself all day. And I said, "Hey," I said, "Hi." He goes, "Hey, what's up?" And I started asking him about the project. Did you give it to our customer? He says, "Nope." So, well, why not? He goes, "Well, just we didn't do it, and I ran out of time." And I deleted all the texts because I know me; those texts would just piss me off more and more and more and more. So I had to delete them. So I said, "Oh, okay, you just ran out of time." Because I heard that you were blaming me on it, that you didn't have access to the project. He goes, "Well, I didn't have access to it." I go, "Huh, that's strange." I start texting him, blah, blah, blah. He says, "Well, anyway, I'm done with the project anyway. So, I mean, it's all yours. So you can just give it to Dr. Munn." I'm like, that motherfucker. Did he just throw it in my lap? Like he can throw it in my lap. I said, it's strange because in front of me, I had you download the project onto the server. And in front of me, I had you upload the project onto the backup drives. And you still couldn't find it. And at one point he goes, "Anyways, it's your project now, so you can handle it." I said, "Anyway, no, you are a liar. And you are constantly lying to me." I said, "You threw me under the bus. You put all the blame on me. And I just want you to admit that you're lying." He says, "Okay." That was it. Okay. I said, "Okay, you're a liar," or "Okay, you're still denying it." He goes, "Listen, okay, I lied. All right. And that was about it. Now, as long as he admitted to it, I'm good. I said, "Thank you." And I deleted all the text. But I was going to just scorch the earth, just be like, he did this wrong. He did this. None of this project was his. Anything that he put into it, I had to take out because he refused to finish it. I was so going to just blast him on everything. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to, because I have to fix my name now. I am just tainted where I'm just a bad person. I can't do anything. I'm a failure as a programmer. I kicked him out of the project. I kept him off of the server. I hid everything from him. I mean, all this bad stuff I'm getting blamed for. I could either put the blame on him, which is true, and actually show what he did was actually a lie, or I can fix my name my own way without dragging him through the mud. He admitted to it. He admitted to lying. So I'm going to go the other way, where I'm not even going to talk about him. I'm not going to, if anyone says anything, I'll just, well, he did what he could do, and, he's off the project now, and go on. So I was going to, I was going to just blast him. I was just going to, because I have to get my name back. I have to clean it up. And, there's two ways. I mean, he kept his name clean by trashing my name. But he admitted to it, so I can't blast him. To me, admitting it to it is a lot. But I mean, if I almost said, "Listen, if you're going to double down on this lie, we're going to have serious problems," and I wouldn't. I'm going to be blasting you to everyone. Fortunately, I didn't go that far. He admitted to it, and I thanked him, and we moved on. That was it. So it's almost 8 o'clock. I don't know anything that's on tonight. Lucifer ended. I don't understand the last episode. It was weird. To me, I just need to see something. Um, okay. Yeah. To me, the whole entire because I saw his name on the screen. I wasn't sure. Are they saying that he's God? To me, the whole reason to have that episode was to have God and have Neil Gaiman voice God. That was it. There was no plot. There was no. It had nothing to do with anything. It was just weird. But I mean, I guess they proved because I always thought that Chloe was God, but apparently she's not God. Apparently Neil Gaiman's God. Oh, finally, I did call up DMV, asked them about ACE ADSAP. I'm enrolled. I'm going tomorrow to get my license. And que sera, sera. I still need an email. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm old. Sorry. I was watching this mukbang with this girl from Singapore, and she eating, and then she go like this, and then she explained, the reason why it goes silent is because she edits out her burps. I thought that was funny. Please, we're perverts, we're sickos, we're watching you eat. That's insane. The only thing weirder is the people who do homework. You just do so you can watch YouTube of people doing homework. They're quiet, they're just writing and just reading and writing. So you can do your homework with them. Sorry. Vinegar. I wonder if I took salt and vinegar, it would be the same thing. I don't know. Oh, Wisecrack is live. What? Game theorists, they're coming for us. I don't like game theorists because they have like 20,000 viewers at one time, and it's just hard to talk. I don't know how you have a chat with 20,000 people. It's insane. So come here and chill. Or I'll talk to you. I'll give you shout outs. Please email me if you want a shout out or text me because I need to write it down because I forget. I remember there was this one person and their name had fart in it. That's all I remember. I don't remember much. I'm old. Why did Juliana return to TV? Because she needs. I don't. Look at me, mommy. Look at me. Look at me. So that's it for tonight. We're just gonna chill for the rest of the night. Play games. As I said, I need to work on the project, but no programming, just planning. We're gonna plan that. Hopefully, my customer will email me back. Need to email my advisor and ask her if she wants to be a part of the project. But I don't know if I should email because I want to tell her you last time you wanted to be on the project, but you said something and I kind of unofficially took you off the project. You said that time is not an issue or something like that. And I didn't want someone on the project who was so cavalier about time. Time is um, a huge resource, and if you just fritter it away, then we can't do anything. That to me, time is the most important thing we have. You can run out of money, but when you run out of time, you're dead. You're done. There's nothing you can do. I mean, if you run out of money, you can always beg for more. You can't beg for more time. I mean, you can, I guess, beg for a longer date, but guess what? That deadline is here. It's now. Now your customers are going to get pissed. They're not going to believe in you. So I don't know. I was going to end this with this story. Oh, if you can ever find it, Cyndi Lauper has a video of her singing. I believe it's True Colors. I believe it's True Colors. Now she explains that when she was a big hit, this song True Colors was going around. And I think they offered it to someone, but they sang a song kind of like it, so they didn't want it. And then Cyndi Lauper gets it. She goes, "Oh, this song's great." And she sings it, she performs it, and it's great. And the writers or creators say, that was great and all, but the way it's supposed to be sung is la 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 la, and they explain to her how it's supposed to be sung. And she's like, "What? You're explaining to me, a singer?" And I'm a huge, because at the time she was a huge singer. She had Girls Wants to Have Fun, She Bop, Time After Time. She was a writer, a singer. She's like, "You're telling me how a song should be sung? You're idiots. I'm singing it my way." And she sang it her way, and it was great. It was a huge hit, and it was great. And then years later, she looks back and she sees how they wanted it to be sung, and she says, "Oh, this is a whole lot better than the way I have been doing it." So so in the video that I saw, she talks about this and she explains it, and she's like, "Yeah, and so that's why I'm going to sing it their way, because their way is the better way." So, in conclusion, I hope that everyone who watches this lives long enough that you can see your mistakes. Because it's not a bad thing to see your mistakes. It's not the end of the world. People make mistakes. Hopefully you can see that we make mistakes and we have to learn from them, and everything's good. So I hope everyone lives long enough to see your own mistakes. Hope I can see more of my mistakes. So peace and love to everyone. Deuces the face. We are out of here. Oh, Yip Yip took off a long time ago. Boots is on the table over there. Once again, I hope you get everything you want. I hope everything goes your way. And I hope you have a good evening. Remember, I'm here. Peace and love. Deuces out.